Hi everyone, welcome to this workshop. Today we practice on factoring by grouping. First of all, let's talk about grouping 2 by 2. In example 1, we have 2x plus 2y plus ax plus ay. So we have to do is grouping first two term and last two term. So the common factor of first two term is 2. So I'm going to pull out the 2. So we have x plus y stay inside of the parenthesis. And common factor of last two term is a. So I'm gonna factor out the positive a. We have x plus y stay inside a parenthesis. So as you see, we grouping 2 by 2, and we still have x plus y is alike on both terms. So I'm gonna keep going, factor that one outside. So we will have x plus y time with 2 plus a inside of the other parenthesis. So when we do the grouping 2 by 2, we always grouping twice, and the binomial in the parenthesis is always alike, so that you can pull out one more time. Alright, let's do one more time on example 2. We have x squared y minus ax minus xy plus 8. So we grouping first two term and last two term. We're factoring first two term and last two term. So the greatest common factor of first two term is you have x on both term. So x will be the greatest common factor. So factor the x. We have xy minus 8. Now last two term, you don't have any term in common, but since it start with the negative, you have to factor out the negative outside of the factor out the negative. So we will have xy minus 8. Okay, so we have xy minus 8 on both terms. We're gonna pull it out. So when I factor out xy minus 8, we will have the other parenthesis is x minus. Since you factor this one out, we always have 1 in front of parenthesis, so it will be x minus 1 left inside. And that is the answer for example 2. So check, I have 4 problems for you to practice on. Go ahead, work on them. If you get stuck, go back to the example. Make sure you understand the concept, how to solve it. Alright, you have 5 seconds to pause the video before the answer show up on the screen. So I believe you have your answer already. So let's go over each problem and then see do we have the same answer or not. So problem 1, 3a plus 3b minus ac minus bc. So we're going to do is grouping 2 by 2. Common factor as first two term is 3. We have 3 in common, so I factor out the 3. We will have a plus b stay inside parenthesis. Okay. The common factor at the last two terms is we have c, and we also have negative. So I'm going to factor out the negative c. Leave us inside is a plus b. Make sure you have to have the binomial alike, look alike. They have to be exactly the same. So a plus b in common, so we're gonna pull it out. So a plus b, and leave us inside with 3 minus c. The next problem, we're gonna do the same thing. Grouping 2 by 2, factor out first two term and last two term. The common factor at first two term is we have q in common, so I'm gonna factor out the q. So left me inside with p q plus t. The common factor as last two term is positive 2, so I factor out the positive 2. So we have PQ plus T. Okay, as we say, the binomial is always stay exactly the same. So this one, they stay exactly the same. We're gonna factor it out, so we will have PQ plus T time with Q plus 2. Okay, problem 3, we have AC plus BD minus AD minus BC. As you see, that first two term we don't have any common factor. Also the last two term we don't have any common factor, which means we have to reorder them. We have to rewrite them. So I will rewrite them as AC minus AD plus BD minus BC. Now if we do the grouping 2 by 2 for first two term and last two term, you will see that A in common, so we factor out 8, give me C minus D, and we factor last two terms, so B in common, so I'm going to factor out the positive B, leave me with D minus C. But we get in trouble now. We have C minus D and the other one is D minus C. They are reverse of each other. So which means we need to rewrite one of them look like the other one. So let's say I'm gonna factor out the backside of this one, D minus C. We have to do is factor out the negative one. So if I factor out the negative one, you will have this one reverse, change the sign. Every term will be change the sign. So we have negative D plus C. Okay. Then which means I can rewrite this one as C minus D based on the associative of the addition. So we will have the following. So we have A C minus D, and the other one will be, right now you have negative B, so negative B time with C minus D, and I just say we switch the other, and you will see that we have C minus D in common on both sides, on both terms, so we're going to factor that one out. So C minus D time with so left inside, leave us inside with A minus B. So that is the final answer for problem 3. Now we do grouping 2 by 2 for problem 4. So the common factor as first two term is we have 2 in common, and x squared in common and z in common. So we factor out 2x squared z, leave us inside with 2x cubed z, you pull out 2x squared z, so leave me 1x left inside. Negative 4x squared z, we pull out 2x squared z, leave me with negative 2. That's it, negative 2. Now the common factor as last two term is 32 goes to 64 twice, so probably would be positive 32. And beside that, we also have z in common, so leave us with x minus 2 inside parentheses. Okay. So x minus 2 repeat twice here, so we also have common is x minus 2, so we keep going, factor that one out. X minus 2 time with 2x squared z plus 32z. Okay. But the problem is not quite done yet, because look at this, we have 2 goes to 32, which means we have 2 in common. We need to pull that one out, and also z in common, so we're gonna pull out 2z. I would put it all the way in the front, 2z. We keep the x minus 2. Okay, and this one will leave us with we pull out 2, we pull out z, so we still have x squared plus 32. You factor out 2, so give me left us with 16, and z already come out, so x squared plus 16. And that is the final answer for problem 4. So let's say if the case you keep going, factor x squared plus 16 as x plus 4 times x minus 4. That one is not happen because this one is the sum of square, and we don't have the formula for the sum of square. So final answer is this one. If you go further, that is the wrong answer. Okay. So we have some idea how to factor the expression with 4 terms by grouping 2 by 2. Now let's go over the method. We have to grouping 3 by 1. We have to use the method grouping 3 by 1. So I'm gonna grouping first 3 term. I'm gonna grouping first 3 term and keep. I'm gonna grouping first 3 terms and let the last term for later on. So first 3 term we have the trinomial. So we have to factor by the diamond form. If you don't know what is factoring by diamond form, you can go back to the previous video to review yourself how to factor a trinomial. So I fill in the top is 4 and fill in the bottom is 4. So we're looking for a pair which multiply give me 4 and add up give me 4. So that pair is 2. 2 add 2 give me 4, and 2 multiplied by 2 give me 4. And my answer on this problem will be x plus 2 times x plus 2. Then we bring down the negative y squared. X plus 2 times x plus 2 twice, which will be rewritten as x plus 2 squared minus y squared. So we have x plus 2 squared minus y squared. This reminds me the difference of square. You have square minus square. So the formula of the difference of square is a squared minus b squared will give me a plus b times a minus b, which means this problem will be rewrite as x plus 2 plus y times x plus 2 minus y. So if we compare with the formula, my x plus 2 is a and y is b. So you have a plus b times a minus b. So that's how you do factoring by grouping 3 by 1. Okay, let's go over the concept one more time in example 4 to make sure we understand the concept. So we grouping 3 by 1. So grouping first 3 term and keep the last term for later on. First 3 term will be grouping by the diamond form. So I draw the x. We have first number times last give me 4. 4 times 1 give me 4 on the top, and the middle number is negative 4. So we need to find a pair which multiply give me 4 and add up give me negative 4. So 2 and 2 is would work. So 2 add 2 give me 4, but it's positive. To get negative 4, I will add negative on both terms. So negative 2 add negative 2 give me negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 2 give me positive 4. So this is the pair we're looking for. So my next step is write down the answer. So we have x minus 2y times x minus 2y. But we have the problem here. The leading coefficient is not 1 right now, is 4. So we have to do is divide both terms by 4 and see can we reduce it. So 2 over 4, which can be reduced by 2. So give me 1 over 2, or 1/2. So 1/2 on both terms. So we have x. We have x minus 1/2 y times x minus 1/2 y. And we don't like fractions, so I'm going to do is move my my denominator in front. So we will have 2x minus y times with 2x minus y. Okay, if you have no idea what I'm working on right now, you should go back to the factoring trinomial video to review yourself. Now 2x minus y multiplies out twice, so we have 2x minus y squared, and bring down the negative 9. Okay, so negative 9 can be also rewritten as 3 squared. Right, 3 squared give me 9. And again, this remind me the difference of square formula one more time. So we will have 2x minus y plus 3 time with 2x minus y minus 3, and that is the final answer. As you see, we just changed the sign right in front of the last term, so positive 3 and negative 3, and also the last time we have positive y and negative y. We don't change the sign of the binomial. Whatever we have, bring it exactly down. Whatever you have here, also bring exactly down. Alright, I have 4 problems for you to practice on. Make sure you understand the concept in example, I believe 1 and 2. In the previous example, you can do either grouping 3 by 1 or 1 by 3. So you can do either one, is depend on the problem. So try it. If 3 by 1 doesn't work, try to do 1 by 3. Okay, so you have 5 seconds to pause the video and try on it, and then we will discuss about those problems later on. Alright, good luck everyone. So I believe you have your answer already, so let's go over each problem. So problem 1, we have p squared minus 2p plus 1 minus q squared. So we're going to do is grouping 3 by 1. Grouping 3 by 1, so we use the diamond form to factor first 3 terms. So we have 1 on the top and negative 2 at the bottom. We find out the pair with multiply give me 1 and add up give me negative 2. So it would be negative 1 and negative 1. Negative 1 at negative 1 give me negative 2. Negative 1 multiply negative 1 give me positive 1. So that is the pair I'm looking for. So we will have p minus 1 times p minus 1 minus q squared. From the top, I bring it down. Then you have p minus 1 squared minus q squared. Then by apply the difference of square, then we will have p minus 1 plus q time with p minus 1 minus q minus q. And that's the answer for problem 1. Now problem 2, we have c squared minus a squared plus 8a minus 16. So if I do grouping 3 by 1, then you see that it doesn't make sense. To be able to do grouping 3 by 1, you will have a variable square. The next term is the variable by itself, and the last term don't have any variable. But if you look at this problem, we have c squared, we have a, and we have a. Something does not right, because if you have c variable, which means this one have to be 8ac, right? So in this case, we cannot do the grouping 3 by 1. How about, can I grouping 1 by 3? So keep this one for later on and grouping those 3 terms. So we bring down c squared. Since they start with the negative on next 3 terms, so we have to factor out the negative from last 3 terms, 3 last term. So you will have a squared minus 8a plus 16. We just factor out the negative sign, So which means we change the sign of every terms inside the parenthesis. Then we factor this by the diamond form, so draw the x, 16 and 8, negative 8. So the pair which work is negative 4 and negative 4. So we will have c squared minus a minus 4 times a minus 4. So we will have c squared minus a minus 4 squared. Then by apply the difference of square, we will have c plus a minus 4 and c minus a minus 4. So in this case, you see that I used the parenthesis for a minus 4 because the sign positive right here is applied on both terms, and also the negative applied on both terms. You have to distribute them in to give the final answer. Without the parenthesis, you will see things like c minus a minus 4. That's time you forget to distribute this negative inside of the parenthesis, which makes this 4 is positive instead of negative. So here we go. Here the final answer. We will have c plus a minus 4 after I distribute the positive sign, and then this one will be c minus a plus 4, and that is the final answer for problem 2. Okay, on problem 3 we have 9x squared minus 6x plus 1 minus d squared. So we're going to solve this one by grouping 3 by 1. Okay, so grouping 3 first term by the diamond form, 9 times 1 give me 9 on the top, and negative 6 stay at the bottom. So the pair which work is negative 3 and negative 3. Okay, then we will have x minus 3 times x minus 3 minus d squared. But here the problem, x times x give you x squared, don't give you 9x squared. So since we have the leading coefficient, you have to do is divide that one by 9 on both sides. See, can you reduce it? Now we can reduce this one. 3 over 9 will be reduced by 3, give me 1/3, and 3 over 9 also be reduced as 1/3. And since we don't like fraction, so I'm gonna move the 3 forward. So I'll move 3 forward on both terms. So you will have 3x minus 1 times 3x minus 1 minus d squared. So since it multiplied twice, so you can write as 3x minus 1 squared minus d squared. Then we can apply the difference of square. We will have 3x minus 1 plus d, okay. And we also have 3x minus 1 minus d, okay. And that's the answer for problem 3. Now in problem 4 we have 25 minus 9a squared plus 6ac minus c squared. So in this problem we have to do grouping 1 by 3. So first of all we need to we can bring down 25, or we can also write 25 as 5 squared. Next 3 terms, since it start with negative, we have to factor out the negative, which give me 9a squared minus 6ac plus c squared. Then we factor this one by the diamond form, so draw the x. We have 9 on the top, negative 6. It looks like we have the same diamond form like problem 3, so x minus 3. So we have 5 squared minus a minus 3 c times with a minus 3c. Leading coefficient is 9, so we have to divide by 9 on both sides. Then we reduce them. 3 go to 9 3 times, so we have 1/3. This one also another 1/3. And the concept tell me that I bring 3 forward in front of 8. Then we have the following. I need some space here, so I'm gonna erase the bottom part right here. Okay. So we will have 5 squared minus 3a minus c times 3a minus c. That will give me 5 squared minus 3a minus c squared. Then we can apply the difference of square. We will have 5 plus the group is 3a minus c inside parenthesis, and then we have another group is 5 minus 3a minus c inside of another parenthesis. Then we distribute the positive and negative on both group. You will have the final answer look like this. This would be amount of space. So I'm going to erase this problem. So we will have the final answer is equal to, the first group is 5 plus 3a minus c, time with the second group is 5 minus 3a plus c, and that is the final answer for problem 4. Now let's talk about when we use the grouping 2 by 2 and when we use the grouping 3 by 1. So with the grouping 3 by 1, as we see that, let's go back to example 1. As you see that p squared, we have q squared, and 1 is also can be rewrite as 1 squared. So we have at least 3 terms squared in problem 1. How about problem 2? So we have c squared, we have a squared. 16 also can be rewrite as 4 squared. So we also have 3 terms squared in problem 2. How about this problem? You have x squared. Again, 1 is also 1 squared, and d squared, so 3 terms. So as you see that every single problem we have at least 3 terms squared to be able to do grouping 3 by 1. So otherwise we'll be grouping 2 by 2. So now when we use the grouping 3 by 1 and when we use the grouping 1 by 3, so as you see in this problem, when we do grouping 3 by 1, we see that first term and the third term should be squared. Okay, and when we do the grouping 1 by 3, we see that this term, the second term and the last term should be squared. So then you know what I mean, make the conclusion for yourself. I believe first term and third term squared, then we use 3 by 1. If first term and the third term not squared, then we use 1 by 3. So extra practice. To close today's section, I have some problems for you to practice on. Go ahead, work on them. If you get stuck, go back to the example and self-check. Before you solve this problem, I just want to make sure you see a little bit extra idea here on problem 9 and problem 10. If you do grouping 3 by 1 or 1 by 3, we need to make sure we rewrite them in the right order. So if you go through 1 through 8 and also self-check an example, you will have some experience how the format should be look like to be able to do grouping 3 by 1 or 1 by 3. So when you get there, you will know how to reorder those things to do the grouping. Okay, so good luck everyone. I hope we all get correct answer, and you have 5 seconds to pause the video before the answer show up on the screen. Alright, answer up. I hope we all get correct answer. So if you get stuck, just go back to the example. I give you all the idea how to solve it. Alright, so as always, thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next video. I'm gonna make the video review all kind of factoring, so if you want, you can watch that video as well. Alright, thank you.